you're doing well. I'm here today with my September favorites. I promise I'm going to jump right into it because I'm not going to take all day. And let's get started. Alright, first up I have my Ulta double-ended pencil sharpener in purple. I really love this little pencil sharpener, and I swear all of my pencils have been needing sharpening so far. And I picked this up, I think it was like $3 maybe and some change or whatever, but it has these little caps that cover the holes. It comes with a large one and a small one. It has a little kind of collection container that holds the shavings here. This blade part is covered and it keeps the gook from sharpening your pencils and stuff from getting like everywhere. And I think there's still some shavings in this, but in order to empty it, you just pop this out and dump it. This is the cleanest one I've ever had, so much so that I can actually keep it straight in my like travel makeup bag or something and not have to worry about it getting shavings anywhere. So I really like this, and it's totally worth it. And you can find it online at Ulta or in your local Ulta stores. So highly, highly recommend this. Alright, another favorite in the month of September, and I did a more in-depth review on this a while back, but it is my Stila in the Light palette. I like this because we're getting into the fall, and I like that it has such a great blend of some matte shades, it has some warm shades, it's got some neutral shades, and I'll show you this up close. But I got into swatching these and everything. The colors are so pigmented, like if you look at that, the colors come out exactly as shown. One of my favorite colors to wear on this palette is this one right here, and this one is called, I believe it is called Luster. Yeah, it's called Luster. I'm actually wearing those colors today, but I like palettes that have a good blend of matte finishes and of kind of like shimmery finishes, but there's not a whole lot of glitter. This has been one of my favorite all-time palettes that I'd say I've ever purchased, and it is still available. It's the Stila in the Light palette, and it's also called the Stila Naturalized palette. I think they kind of re-released it, but it's the same exact thing. Highly recommend this, especially for the fall and winter months, because you're going to get some great dark colors that'll go great and create a lot of different smoky eye looks or natural looks. So it's a fantastic, fantastic buy. Okay, another thing, and I actually just got done filming a review on this product because I think I love it and I don't love it at the same time, and it is the Giorgio Armani Maestro foundation. I like this product probably because of the same reasons everybody else who's reviewed this product likes it. I like the very sort of unique, groundbreaking feel of the application of this product. It feels like you're just rubbing your hands on your face. It's very lightweight, but the thing that I don't like about this product is it's very finicky, it's very liquidy, so you literally kind of have to drop it on your skin or drop it on your fingers and rub it in. It's not messy because it's sort of like a dry, sort of a powdery feel when you apply it. It's very unique, but the problem I find with this is that if you are looking for something more than light to light plus coverage, I think you might need to kind of shy away from this because there is not a lot of coverage offered by this foundation, but it does literally give you like a second skin, or the skin appearance that it puts over your skin looks a lot healthier and a lot more natural, and it wears great throughout the day as you wear on through the day. For some reason it doesn't get like splotchy or blotchy. It almost makes your skin look better throughout the day, but I am going to be doing an in-depth review on this that really breaks down and shows you how it applies and all that stuff, so please stay tuned for that. If it's not already up, that'll be coming up. Okay, so moving on from that, I also added to my collection the Giorgio Armani Master Corrector, and it looks like this. And this product is just so expensive for what you get, but I have to say for me, it's definitely worth it because I have not ever been able to find a dupe for this specific shade. I am in the shade 1 in this, and this is just the Master Corrector. It's kind of like a salmon colored or a bisque type corrector, and it's used for brightening the hollows of your inner kind of like under eye area or any place you feel is really deep or dark. You can see the tone of it right here. It applies with a fine tipped brush that looks like this, and I'll show you the shade, and it's just literally like, I don't know if you can see that there. Can you see that? There it is right there. It's just a really sheer sort of salmony colored corrector, and it goes right under your eyes like this and really cancels out if you have a lot of darkness, maybe blue tones, purplish tones under your eyes, brings a lot of light to the area, and it's very lightweight, doesn't settle into fine lines. I absolutely love this, and I would highly, highly recommend this if you have the money to splurge on a product and you're really looking for something phenomenal to help combat under eye darkness or under eye circles. You guys know I was obsessed with nude colored glosses, but getting into the fall, I really like to kind of amp it up a little bit, and I don't really go for wine shades. Now, I have been known to wear them, but I am still a little more conservative when it comes to my lip color, and I really like this because this is Buxom Lips, and it's in the shade Dolly. I have repurchased this several times, and this is the shade of it. What's nice about this is it's a nice neutral tone. It gives off a berry-like hue, but it still keeps a sort of a warm edge to it. I don't know, you can see it right here, and it is gorgeous on the lips. You can apply it with a heavy hand or a little bit lighter, but you can see how that kind of blends out. It's just a really nice skin tone flattering berry shade that isn't over the top or overly in your face. I love it. It goes with pretty much anything I wear. If I never know what to wear, I'll always reach for this gloss towards the fall and the winter months, and it just has never steered me wrong. I love it. It does have the tingle factor, so if you don't like clumping glosses or you don't like that tingle factor, then you may want to avoid this, but if you don't mind that or you like that feeling, I highly recommend this shade. I think it would suit pretty much any skin type from dark to light skin, so definitely recommend Buxom Dolly. Okay, another one, and I have been wearing this and using this all month in the month of September, is Estee Lauder's Projectionist. Now, I'll tell you why I love this, I'll tell you why I hate it. This is the sample size. I have several of these, so I really probably would never need to purchase them because I have so many of the sample ones. This is the brush. I think you can see that. I like this because the brush really helps me get into my inner and outer lashes and fan and flare them out. If you are looking for volume, this is not going to be your mascara. If you are looking for like over the top length to get your lashes to kind of stand out, Estee Lauder Projectionist High Definition Volume Mascara, I highly recommend. Now, one thing about this product you have to be super careful is that if you kind of cry or you plan on sweating or anything like that, this is definitely a runny mascara. It will run in a split second, but one thing I do like about this is if I'm getting dressed up, I know maybe I'm going to have pictures done, or if I'm just going to go out for a little bit, come home, and I just really want kind of a dramatic sort of really fan-like sort of, I can't say false lash effect because no mascara has ever given a false lash effect. I don't care what anybody says. But if you really want to amp up your lashes, and I think you can see kind of maybe, I don't know if you can see that with my lashes, but it just really takes them over the top in length, and I like it. So if I'm not planning on, like I said, getting sweaty or crying or anything like that, and I want a really dramatic long look, I'll reach for this one. Okay, moving along, one of my favorite fall blushes, and I'm actually thinking about doing like a fall blush picks coming into like the cooler months about my top blush picks for those specific months, but this is always going to be on my list probably because I just swear by this blush, and it is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. It looks like this, and it is in the shade Exposed, and you can see it looks like this. It's kind of hard to swatch this blush because it's so natural colored, I guess you could say. It's almost like a mauvey, taupey, brownish, bronzy shade. I don't know. I can't explain it. I have it on right now. I like it because it's a nice, deep, sort of natural flush. And if you have super fair skin, you can actually bump it down a little bit onto your kind of like your lower like jaw area, like right here below your cheekbones, and get a good sort of bronze effect out of it too. But I love this as a blush. I also love it equally as a bronzer to just kind of define you know, the underside of my cheekbones. Again, it's the shade Exposed. You get phenomenal wear out of this. It's super pigmented. It'll last you a long time, and it is well worth the money because I feel like it flatters a variety of skin types. It helps actually, to me, it helps, like, I don't have to set my foundation when I use this. It just, by putting it on, it keeps me from having to set my foundation. I've actually done many moons ago when I was like far dorkier than what I am still now. I did a review on this blush more in depth, and I'll link that below if you're interested. Okay, and last but not least on my product favorites is my Sedona Lace FB03. I purchased this with my own money. I'm not affiliated, I'm not linked up with them or anything like that. I'm just a regular consumer, just like you guys, but I was really super interested in the shape of this brush, and it was the FB03. It looks like this. I have actually owned this for a couple of months now. It's been through multiple washes, multiple uses, and I feel like I am well justified to be able to tell you that I feel like this is a sound purchase for the price. It is definitely worth it. Occasionally they run specials. I was able to pick this up for just over $12, and it came with a couple of like freebies, so that was really good. But I just really love the feel of this. It's such a soft brush. It is natural bristle. Now, I'm not going to get into the natural non-natural debate, but let me just say that I do appreciate natural bristle brushes for certain qualities and properties. So this is a natural bristle brush, and I do love the way that it picks up product and applies it without making it overly heavy. I feel like I really like the amount of control you can get for carving into your bronzers or, you know, your temple area on the sides of your nose. I really like the feel of this. I love the shape of this. It's very functional, and I think it's a shape brush that everyone should consider having in their collection, especially if you can get it for a reasonable cost. Several different brands make this, but I really am happy with this Sedona Lace brush. I feel like it's just one of the best investments I've made as far as brushes go in a very, very long time. In case you're curious, my nail polish is this right here. If you can get your hands on the Revlon Naughty, it looks like this. I think you can see it, and actually it's looking like it's exactly true to color. This is a re-released Revlon color, I believe. Oh God, I don't remember 100% what it was called the first time. Maybe it was Perplexed or something. I don't know. You can correct me in the down bar below, but there was an original Revlon dupe for Chanel's Paradoxal, and it had come out. Then they took it off the market. Well, they re-released a color called Naughty. It's Revlon 330. It came out with the Whimsical and all that, but they keep restocking them, so you can still find it. This is the dupe for Chanel's Paradoxal, in case you are interested in trying it out. It is pretty much dead on, and I would much rather spend a few dollars to have this color than, of course, spend the money on a Chanel polish, because polish, I have so many, and I just can't justify splurging on something when I can find an exact dupe or a near exact dupe for it. So I have been loving this polish. And then the last thing, I have actually been trying my hand at fishtail braiding, which I think you guys can see. It's turning out pretty good, but I mean, I am just like trying just like anybody else is trying to learn how to do it. It's so frustrating, and it starts out good and it'll go all wonky, but you know, I think it turned out, because half the time the best styles are the ones that look messiest or that you like didn't hardly fuss with. So yeah, so I've just been enjoying just playing around with different types of braiding and braiding techniques. That wraps up my favorites, and now I'm gonna hop into my goodbyes and goodbyes for the month of September. And I think if you guys follow me on Twitter, Instagram, etc., I kind of did like this Mondo mega rant about the Venus Olay razor. I was so excited to try it. I bought it. I spent good money on it. I mean, for a razor, I think I paid like $8 or $9, and I was so disgusted and disappointed, and it was the biggest product fail I think I've run into in a very, very long time. Let me get into why I have issues with this product. I will be the first to tell you, I love the Venus Embrace. Now, I saved this for purposes of demonstration, which I also took a picture too on Instagram, but this is my Venus Embrace. It looks like this. Now, it looks kind of cruddy, but this razor is 2 months old, and it is still going strong. I could probably get 5 or 6 more uses out of this. It still has the blue moisture strip around the top. I can buy a pack of these disposable ones, or even the replaceable head ones, and it'll last me like half a year. These things are incredible. But when I heard that they teamed up with Olay to offer a moisture strip, I was thinking, oh my God, I gotta get in on this. Like, it's got Olay moisture bars all the way around it. And when I first got it, it had like the picture shows. There's like these 2 massive, like the same size as this. There's like these 2 massive like moisture strips. There's one on top and one on the bottom. Okay, so I got it, and the first time I used it and it got wet, the moisture strips that were solid turned to complete goulash. It was nasty. They were like gummy, and it was stringy, so I like run the razor down my armpit, pull it away, and there'd be like this stringy trail. It was so gross. It was almost like too goopy and moisturizing. Okay, so then I stored it on the wall of my shower like I was supposed to, and you're supposed to basically keep it out of moisture so it doesn't like break down faster or whatever than usual. Well, I stored it like I was supposed to, and by the time I went to reach for it for my 6th use, look, can you see that? Everything is gone. All of the moisture strip had gooped off. Like, every time I used it, I'd lose a whole nother goop of like, oh God, it's just so gross. I can't even explain it. It looks nasty too. Like, it gets like these little stain marks, because when you shave you get dead skin cells. I mean, we're all human, but it collects on here. There's no additional moisture strip, so once this is gone, I mean, there's this tiny little strip, but you can't even see it and you can't even feel it, so you basically just have to throw it away. I mean, I haven't even used this 6 times, which is like less than 2 weeks, and it's already like crap. It's crap. I would not recommend this at all. I would not recommend wasting your money. I would highly recommend the Venus Embrace razors. Toss these, don't buy them, etc., etc. Alright guys, up next on my product goodbyes are goodbyes is the Regenescence 3.R Multi-Corrective Rejuvenating Cream by Giorgio Armani. I got several packages of these when I had purchased my Maestro and Master corrector. Okay. I really didn't get the whole gist of the multi-corrective cream. Now, I'm not saying it won't work for some people, but I have combination skin, and the problem that I have with this is when I apply a cream or a moisturizer to my face, I really want to feel like it's moisturizing my face. Now with this, it is a dry cream. It's kind of like, feels like a primer when you put it on, but then it's dry. It is like dry. I almost feel like it completely mattified my skin. There was no moisture to it whatsoever. I didn't feel like it locked moisture in. I felt like I went to bed with dry skin. Now I woke up and my skin felt a little bit more like moisturized than I guess if I woke up without it, but it wasn't phenomenal to the point on each occasion that I used it that I felt like I was doing anything beneficial for my skin. I just sort of felt like I was just putting on like a dry something. I don't know. I just I didn't love it. I wouldn't recommend it, and I definitely wouldn't purchase it if that says anything. And the second part of that line, the Regenescence 3.R Youth Generator Serum, okay, it comes like in a jar. Again, I have several packets of these, and I've been using these for weeks, and this is just so greasy feeling. Like it's like a serum and you smooth it on your skin, but I feel like it feels like I'm rubbing around like Vaseline on my face, like a liquid dry oil type thing that doesn't get dry. It just stays damp, and it just made my fin, yeah, I have a fin. It made my skin feel like so oily and just not good. So I didn't like either of these. Unfortunately, their skincare line is not up my alley. It doesn't mean it won't work for someone else, but I personally didn't feel like the result or the feeling of the products justified the cost of the products, so I won't be purchasing either of those. Alright guys, I think that pretty much does it for my September favorites. If you have any questions or comments about any of the products, I encourage you to leave them in the down bar below. If you haven't taken the time, I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I've got some great reviews coming up and some other videos and some tutorials, and got a lot of new things in the works. So yeah, it's awesome to talk to you guys, to